Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Tigs Bits. We have the full crew in studio for this one. Boys, it is so good to see you. This is going to be a fun show.
No doubt.
Wow, this is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. It really is.
It is. So today we're going to dive into a topic that has been, it's been debated pretty much probably since the dawn of time. It's been debated at dinner tables, schoolyards, comic book stores. Superpowers, boys. We're going to talk some superpowers.
Everybody wants some superpowers. You know what I mean? Just like Tigs Bits. Everybody loves Tigs Bits. Everybody wants superpowers. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants superpowers.
Everybody.
That's right.
Just one would be great. Just
one. Think about the ultimate what if question. If you could have any superpower, which one would you choose? Don't tell me now. We're going to go through them. But let's be honest, whether you're stuck in traffic, you're dreaming about flying over all of that traffic, you're wishing that you could teleport to the front of the concert line. We've all fantasized about having some type of a superpower at one point. So today we're going to count down the top 10 most desired abilities based on what people say they want the most. As we go along, though, I want you to think about this.
This is going to be awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's great, dude.
I want y'all to be thinking about this while we're doing it. Are all superpowers really as great as they seem? I mean, reading minds sounds cool, but do you really want to know what people think about you being invisible?
Hey, for every action, there's a reaction. You know what I mean? There's always something else there you got to take into consideration. What are the ramifications of it? You know?
That's exactly right. But look, if your favorite power doesn't make the list, don't freak out. Just hit us up after the show. Let us know what we missed. Go to tigsbits.com. You can get all of that information. You can connect to us on all of our socials. Or we might even feature your idea in a future episode. In fact, you can call us. You can call us and leave us a voicemail. Area code 225-800-3058. That's 225-800-3058. Leave us a voicemail. It may get played on one of our live shows that we do on Wednesday, Thursday nights, or really just about any time, but typically Wednesday or Thursday night. So no more stalling, boys. Grab your capes, channel in your inner superhero, and let's talk about this. I mean, how fun is this going to be? I mean,
this is great. I mean, it takes you back to your childhood. You know what I mean? Especially when the imagination to begin with was planted there, and you're watching all these movies and these different superheroes and stuff, and like just imagining what it would be like. You know, you'd sit there for hours just imagining that you could fly, or you could do, you know, you had X-ray vision or whatever it was, and just thinking about all the scenarios of how you could utilize those powers, you know, but it never really ends. You get older, you still think about it, you know, you're still captivated by the idea and thought of having some sort of a superpower, you know.
I found an old school trapper keeper.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's like a lummy trapper keeper. I like it.
So we're going to take it back, boys and girls. What all do we have in here? Oh, here's some cards right here. There's a Ricky Henderson card, Dream Team Ricky Henderson. First thing I pull out. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Yes.
And now I've met Ricky. I mean, I know Ricky. I got his number. Ain't that crazy?
Today I am the greatest.
So he'll tell you, won't he?
So anyway, this is basically a card book full of the comic book baseball cards that came out probably is 90s. So my brother and I collected all of those, and what I love about these, I'll just pull one out, is they give you ratings on the back, and this one doesn't do it as much as some. Different cards, different years. The way they lay their ratings out on the back is like the attributes. It's like speed, 7, strength, 4, mental powers, this, special abilities, that. And that was always one of the things was special powers, how much special powers you had.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Fantastic
important.
Four, Thanos. God, Thanos, there's your strong. What all of his powers. Sabretooth, Hulk versus Leader. Crazy stuff here. But then the predecessor to that is classic comic books. Here's an Incredible Hulk issue number 240. This is probably
what year is that?
1979.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. That's great.
That thing's probably worth some money, dude.
Yeah.
Who knows? I haven't been through these since the resurgence and all this stuff.
You may want to. You might be sitting on a freaking fortune over there.
Well, don't tell them. We may never see him again. Maybe at the end of JR, the handler.
Right. But some of these, and we always had our favorites. And I say all this to say, yes, comic books, superpower, superheroes. Even the reason I like professional wrestling is because the first time I saw those guys, they look like what superheroes look like.
Yeah.
And you just hope they're going to fight the bad guys off, and good's going to win. And everybody's going to be okay. So I think that's the common theme where everyone loves the superpowers and superhero deal. And there's so many out there. To go down this list is going to be interesting because I don't know about you guys, but I always had a wicked combination of superpowers I would like to have because there are so many. So this should be really
I think
fun.
we'll I kind of do too. And I guess at the end of this deal, whenever we wrap this up here, at the end, we're going to pick what superpower would we want based off of the 10 that we are given. And like I said, if we miss one, y'all let us know. Shoot us a DM on our socials or shoot us an email, whatever you want to do. You got anything else that we need to see? Because, you have some, it looks like you've got some incredible stuff in your hand.
I mean, I should have done it better. But, we've got Spider-Man. There's some great senses there. What about those abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The Spidey senses.
Wolverine versus Venom. You've got the Ghost Rider. That's Nicolas Cage under that fire.
Wow.
Just so many. There's
that's
so many
awesome,
powers.
dude.
I will say this though, my favorite superhero of all time was the Incredible Hulk. I'm an Incredible Hulk guy through and through. That was my guy. I had the little shoes when I was little. The TV show, I loved it. I've always been a Hulk guy, and he's usually one of the top dogs when it comes down to really getting down. Who's going to outlast? He's usually in the last few.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great place to start with the countdown, because coming in at number 10 on our countdown is what the Hulk is: superhuman strength. That's exactly what the Hulk is.
I think JR's going to push back on that a little bit. Like number 10, like
that's number 10.
Really? Human strength, but number 10.
That superhuman strength. And here's some pros. I'll give you some pros and some cons.
Yeah.
Of course, pros, you can lift anything with ease. No more struggling with groceries or furniture. So, imagine all of these superhuman strengths imagine that you have these strengths, okay? They're perfect for sports, perfect for fighting crime, instant confidence booster. You're practically a human tank, which is exactly what the Hulk is.
You have to remove yourself from certain sporting events and stuff. You really can't play sports and be fair, right?
I don't think that you could. You wouldn't want that guy. No, you're not
just shoving it, just throwing everybody back. You're running.
Yeah, you're not like
you got the best ground game in all of college football. In college and the pros, you just shove everybody out of the way and your running back takes off.
Oh yeah, it really wouldn't be fair. That is one of the cons. You could accidentally hurt others without realizing your own strength. Playing sports, being all happy, just like a big dumb animal, a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
It's hard to blend in. People might expect you to help all the time. That would get annoying.
Anytime something needed to be done that needed to be lifted, call that guy. You'd be like, man, I'm the only one that can do this, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Especially if you're the only guy. If you're the only one with a superhero on this earth, and you got everybody's going to be calling you to do anything.
Be like you're the only dentist. Everybody who had a hurt tooth you're the only person they can call is you.
Only dentist.
The only person that's got a bad tooth. You're the only person they can call. Everybody.
Unbelievable.
It would. You could make money, but it doesn't. Superheroes don't ever seem to be in it for the money.
No, they don't.
Not the good guys anyhow. Yep. So, definitely some cons on doing that. I think it's interesting that you brought those lovely little those lovely, awesome comic books into this.
Oh, that's
and
great.
I'm sure I've got more stuff, but my studio is a wreck.
You do.
I'm going to spend some time this off season to get it shaped up. We'll have a new studio for next year when we start in 25. So y'all get ready for the year of the Tigs Bits.
Nice.
It's going to be 2025.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I love it. I love it. Changing things and again, I think that'll be a good time. There's so much stuff in his studio, y'all, that you can't even see on camera. I think we should do an entire show, a show and tell. I mean,
oh, wow.
That's a great idea.
Exactly what we've started with, but yes, we need a show. I don't think one show would even fit it in, JR, but coming in at number 9, telepathy.
Oh yeah, dude. I know exactly what you're thinking. I knew you were going to say that before you said it.
You did, didn't you?
Dude, that would be. That is really,
means.
that is unbelievable, dude. That's such a game changer. If you could start reading minds out there and understand what people are thinking, like you could just dominate everything that you do. Anything.
Just absolutely dominate.
Absolutely. Just kill it.
Oh, just go the first card game you see and clean up from then on out. You know what everybody's got every time.
Oh my God. Just everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
It would really probably life would get very boring. If you're the only one, like there's no challenge. There's no challenge. I know exactly what you're thinking before you even say it. Like, this sucks. You know, like I almost want to block it out.
Burden.
Just some days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it would be good. It would be good if it's one of those things you really have to concentrate and try, and you could barely get it to work sometimes. You know, because if it's not, but then you'll strain yourself to death because somebody will be wanting you to do it for them. And yeah, that'd be a big burden.
Right.
That's why we say the risk reward, squeeze the juice kind of thing. That's a big burden.
It is.
It is. So some of the pros that it has, you always know what others are thinking. Obviously, so there's no more guessing games.
Nope.
Useful for negotiations, relationships, and avoiding awkward situations.
There would be none. They wouldn't exist. No one would ever argue with you. You'd have to keep it so secret that you had this superpower you couldn't tell anyone.
You just have to bring it in when you needed to. Just say something. You couldn't tell them. You know exactly what they're thinking like that, and be that guy.
That's all right. That's right.
Yeah.
What if Trump had that?
He may.
He very well may.
Very good point, Chad.
It says you can detect lies or hidden intentions as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can,
everything's a lie. It's all a lie. I mean, it all makes sense.
What's the downsides, it says?
The downsides, information overload.
Ooh.
So you're hearing everyone's thoughts could be overwhelming. What was that movie where there was someone that could do that, and it was just, you know, what I'm talking about?
Was that Jim Carrey in the one where he could hear everybody?
Yes, I think that is exactly who it was. Yeah, that was a wild movie, and that would drive me insane.
That's not a superpower anybody wants. What's number 8? I'm over this because it's got me thinking here too. I'm thinking, that could be that.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's
sorrow.
privacy concerns.
You can turn it on and off.
Ruin relationships.
Nice.
You have to hear the bad stuff too, not just the juicy good stuff.
Yeah, you hear it all.
Yeah.
You hear it all. I don't think I really want that power.
No.
I can go ahead and scratch that one out.
No, it's just too much.
Me. Yeah. So coming in at number 8, JR, you ask Invincibility or Invisibility.
Oh yeah.
Not
Invisibility or Invincibility. Let's get it straight. Invisibility, like no one can see you. Wow, that would be a good one because that would be one you'd have to be able to turn on and turn off. Right? You're just there and then boop.
Then you go invisible, and you can choose. You can go choose when you need to go get the information that you need to get. Like you could go behind closed doors, having a closed door meeting. You know exactly what they're talking about, and you come back out there.
Invisibility, good.
Oh, that's a good one. I'd like that one. You could find out some stuff, get the intel you need, but then roll around day to day, everything being fine.
But how would the same? I mean, I guess with that, we'll get there with if you could combine multiple powers. If that's all you had, you have to be in that place at that time to hear. See whatever,
but you could just be invisible and walk up to anywhere. Just go get on a plane, go get on a jet, go wherever you got to go. Walk up to sit next. But this is what I always wonder: when you're invisible, do your clothes, because they're touching you, become invisible, or is just you? So like,
I think
if you're in a hurry, need to go invisible. Do your clothes just fall on the ground and you're invisible, or are you walking around with clothes on an invisible person?
I think somehow the clothes attached to your body become invisible as well. Like that's the rule of thumb I'd go by. Like just that way, I'm just standing there and suddenly I'm gone, my hat included. You know what I mean? Like my hat's just not floating.
Special washing detergent, like a little spray, like a spray repellent spray you would spray your hunting clothes.
Think about you're getting free concerts. You get to go to like Disney World free. You get to go everywhere free.
Yes.
You don't have to pay for anything, like as far as entry fees and stuff. It's like
the only I would say the negative would be
lines at Disney makes me laugh. Just think about
know it.
I can't sit here. It's just some invisible person that it's just riding the ride.
Oh my gosh.
I totally do that.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Sorry, JR.
Yeah. Oh, just walk up right to a restaurant somewhere and just get or somebody's plate and get the biggest shrimp they got and just knock it down. You know what I mean? They're like, what happened? They'll have no idea.
It would be so great. So obviously some of the pros sneak around undetected.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great for avoiding awkward situations. Like we said, perfect for spying or gathering information. And could help in dangerous situations like avoiding enemies or bullies. Some of the cons, it could leave you feeling isolated. You know, people might not notice or acknowledge you, which they wouldn't if they can't freaking see you.
No, it has to be a turn off, turn on thing. Like I couldn't just walk around invisible all the time. That would be a horrible existence.
Some potential
you'd have to. If you couldn't turn it off, then no way. If you no one ever
open up a checking account, even to get, you can't even make money because you're not even a person. You're nothing.
Yeah,
you can't
even
do anything.
Don't exist. You're
you get pulled over. You'd have the cops chasing you all the time because if you're driving, they would think no one's in the car and you're driving, so they're just chasing you around with the lights on.
You're just a ghost, basically, is what you become if you're just invisible all the time.
That's what you. That's totally what you've become. Some cons that ChatGPT said, though, it seems to disagree. We agree. It's a cloak, like you. You turn invisible, you snap your fingers, bam, I'm invisible, and everything included. It says not very useful if you need to carry visible items like clothes or objects. Which, I mean, you know, you see a sword walking down the street. Yeah, just a cup's floating. You know. People may catch on that this person has that superpower.
Oh, that's funny.
If you haven't checked us out, go to tigsbits.com. You can see all of our stuff, follow our socials, get merchandise. We have some lovely, lovely hats over there, some shirts, koozies, all of that good stuff. So go over tigsbits.com. But boys, let's jump back into this countdown. This is freaking fun.
This is awesome.
It really is. It really is. So coming in at number 7, lucky number 7, I think this one should be higher on the list. Time travel.
Yeah, that's that double-edged sword as well, though, man. You know, it's like, hey, obviously to go travel, here's what I'd use it for initially. I'd go a week in the future on a big lottery week. I'd win the lottery, just ramp up my account, just go there, get the lottery numbers, come back here, play the lottery that week, and be good on money. And then after that, you have to be really selective of how you use this thing, man. You know what I mean? Like after you fill up your tank a little bit, like you got to think about it. You go back and you could change time.
If anybody ever finds out you did that, though, you'd almost never be able to use the power again, because if they found out you cheated on the lottery, then they would be, you'd go to jail.
Is there a law against going in the future? Is there a law to time travel to go get the numbers? I don't think there
currently, is. I don't think there is currently. I mean, we could ask our congressman or senator.
They would probably have to set a new precedent and a new law. Like at that point, but I think.
But look, I just think my first thought on time travel is how many movies have we seen to time travel? How many have ended really, really peacefully and nice?
Never, ever.
Ends up bad.
It never works out. It never works out.
You're trying to make up your mistakes, and you're trying to go back and correct this because you screwed up this. Now this person doesn't even exist anymore because they didn't even meet, and like. Man, the implications and the ramifications, you're talking about that butterfly effect type deal, you know what I mean? Like it is powerful. Like if you could really do that, especially going back in time, you know?
Yeah. 1950, whatever, and Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
So Back to the Future. That's what it says.
Bill
Some of the
Ted.
pros, you can fix mistakes in the past, like you said. You can explore future possibilities. You can witness historic events firsthand. I mean, that would be fun. You could gain valuable knowledge and foresight, like lottery numbers. or if you wanted to just, be like, hey, I'm going to jump to the future. Who wins the World Series next year? Let me go place that prop bet and just ride it out for a while. You could do that. That may be a little more visible, though. Somebody's like, man, how do you know Tampa Bay was going to win the damn World Series next year?
In Game 6. You get really dialed in.
Hey,
yeah, just hitting all the prop bets, everything along the way. Yeah,
dude,
that's how I would do it. I'd trickle it with sports betting.
You go to the future and you get the cure for cancer, and you come back and give the papers to the doctors. Everybody wins.
Now that
would be unbelievable.
You see that, and that's where you'd feel obligated to do some things. You know what I mean? Save lives. A horrible, tragic event takes place. Like, how do you not go rectify that? That's where it would become tough. Like, you would have to start thinking, okay, how's this going to impact, the future, and how's it going to impact everything that's already happened or it's going to happen?
Yeah,
so that's where you have to be. That's where it gets, man. That's a lot. I'd want to use it once and kind of throw it away. I just want to get a bunch of cash and just get out of there because, you don't need cash though. Why would you need cash? If you're hungry, you just go to a time when you like the food, that era, and then eat something, and then jet back to the future. Nobody's going to be there to arrest you because you're not there. You just eat it. Oh, just go steal it. No, yeah, just go eat it and then tab out.
They're not going.
That's great. I thought about it.
But
it's a restaurant. Watch this.
That's how somebody gets killed. You go back to 1868 and you're like, hey, I think I want to try one of these cowboy steaks, a real one at the cowboy fire. And, you're invisible, and then you time travel back, and then you go grab that steak. Somebody's getting murdered in 1868 at the cowboy campfire.
No,
if their steak was stolen.
No, dude, you just go back to like your house or something when you were at grandma's or something when you were a kid. They weren't going to be home.
Meals.
You're like, well, I know she's here at 6:00 on Tuesdays. Let me go here.
Oh, that's funny.
And then you go in and get whatever you was going to eat anyway. They won't miss it.
That's what happened to those cookies back in 1986.
I wonder why I killed my neighbor that day. No wonder.
That's a good point. Yeah,
all right, moving on. Coming in at number 6, and this is an interesting one. Shapeshifting.
Oh yeah,
you could become anyone or anything, blend in, evade. Have fun with all kinds of different
super powerful.
forms.
Like you said, go rob a bank, and everything comes around money. Go rob a bank, and when you come out, the guy that they described in there is not you. As you walked out, you just chilling, walk down the streets. The cops are all coming there, freaking out. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Or you shape shift into something else to go rob the bank, and then go back into yourself. Like, I don't know who that guy was. It wasn't me.
Very Robert Patrick-esque.
Yeah.
From Terminator
See, for me,
2.
it's where my mind drifts. It's like what can you shift to? Anything you can think of, and when you shift to that, do you get the superpowers?
No.
Like if I want to, can I shape shift into a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or can I shape shift into a huge prehistoric sea monster and go take down all the illegal commercial fishermen?
I thought you were going to say the illegal people trying to cross the wall.
I'm going to shut the border down with my rapid big tail.
I think
I'm going to shape shift into wall.
Yeah, shape shift
lots
into
of wall.
No,
hello, people, get away. This is my border.
I'm wall.
You're right. That's a great point.
Wall.
Where does it end? You know what I mean? Like what? A T-Rex. If you could bring that back into to now.
Yeah, because think about if you're a T-Rex, you don't even have to rob the bank. You just walk up the bank and growl. They'll just throw the money at you.
Time travel.
That's true.
With the combination time travel, growl. Yeah. You time travel, you go back, you shapeshift into a T-Rex, and you time travel back. That's how you back. That's how you get. That's how you get the T-Rex. Yeah, if you combine those two.
So some cons. It says that you could lose touch with your true self over time. Yeah, you think
you are. I don't know who I am anymore.
You could accidentally get stuck in a different form. I mean, for sure, it raises identity and ethical questions. Which, whatever. I mean, all of these raise ethical and identity questions that we're talking about. Coming in at number 5, super speed.
Ooh.
Super speed.
That'd be pretty handy, buddy. That'd be pretty dang. That'd be fun. That'd just be fun.
I mean, I know you. It's like you love to run and you're fast to begin with, Blasey. But imagine being like lightning, literally.
Like the Flash.
Get anywhere fast.
Dude,
like the Flash.
No more wasting time wherever you're at. Just, hey, I want to go. I'm sitting here.
I wonder how far I could run before I run out of become exhausted. You know what I mean? Or I can't catch my breath. Could I run down south? Literally, could I run down there?
I'm assuming
catch a show real quick and run back to the house.
I think you could. I think that all of this is assuming that it's infinite power. Whatever superpower you have is infinite.
I'd take speed. I'd take speed without everything that comes with it.
Like you could be fast enough that you could be there where in your studio, run over here, jump in here, leave your comment, and then run back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's super speed.
That is super speed. Yeah. It could be.
Well, that TV show, The Flash, that's just been out for a couple years recently, that they really break it down good because they slow it down and stuff. So that would be, if that's what you have, that would be pretty wild for sure.
It would be.
Because he can do that. I mean, just blaze. You can stay out of trouble. You definitely don't have to worry about buying any food. You just swoop a sandwich anywhere you want, anytime you want.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Endless sandwiches.
Perfect for multitasking. Endless sandwiches. Blasey wants to
They're
rob
easy to grab
banks.
on the run,
JR wants to eat.
We know where our mind's at.
We know where our minds
are. What the superpower supports. Yep.
That's it. Yeah, I love it. So it's super speed is perfect for multitasking. It's great for sports. It's great for rescue missions or fighting crime. All of the above for sure. I do love it whenever in those shows. I watched the first episode or two of The Flash. It didn't grab me enough to watch like the next day, but it was good.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anything wrong with it. It's just, I rolled on to something else. But I love it in those kind of shows where they show the speed and it's like a blur, but then they show it in super slow-mo. And you can just I love those scenes in any movie. They do it in Deadpool too, and and he'll give that look to the camera.
Yes.
I love it when that happens.
The Matrix
you thing
use
where
it
they're
dodging the bullets.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That old gimmick.
I mean, the whole opening sequence of the latest Deadpool is that of just and it's just hilarious.
And like inner dialogue with himself kind of thing.
Yes. Yes. It's so slow. Yes, it's that never gets old to me. That's an oldest trick in the book, but it just never gets old to me. So yeah, some cons on this is it would be hard to slow down. You could feel out of sync with the world. True.
Absolutely.
Risk of accidents if not careful, like colliding with objects at high speed. I'm assuming with this superpower, you already know how to just dodge all that stuff, but I guess if you're a human, you don't. So that's a factor.
Huge. Like, you got to kind of slow down. Like you end up, things you get rough.
You going a million miles an hour and you hit a stop sign, you're done being with your super speed.
All of a sudden, that's just a splatter. What was that? Somebody just standing there on the curb or something. All of a sudden, just like, what just happened there?
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? And it says you may age faster depending on how time perception works. So then that opens a whole nother theory and thought. Like, I think this show is
use it
just
selectively.
Yeah, I think this show's just kind of opening another can of worms for us to explore down the road. Another show to basically follow up.
I agree.
This show. Yeah.
With the super speed, I'd worry like your tendons and your organs and things. How do they keep up with all this movement, and stuff? Yeah. And do you age? Because if you age, I mean, at some point you ain't gonna feel like running.
No,
that's true. And look, that brings us, JR. You couldn't have lobbed that softball up any better. Coming in at number 4, healing factor.
Oh,
so you can recover quickly from injuries or illnesses. Practically invincible. Practically.
I'll take the healing part. Like, I don't know about like immortality type deal. Like, do I want to be immortal if I'm the only one that's immortal on Earth? I don't think so. But healing and like staying healthy while I'm here, like, heck yeah, I'll take that one. But you probably got to take both, don't you?
We haven't decided that yet. Like, I think that's a whole show in and of itself. Possibly our show following this one that we may have to do is,
if not,
what do we want to combine here?
Yeah, if not, you only leave yourself up for, an accident or someone to take your life if you couldn't die of natural causes because everything that would happen would heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never have to worry about sickness or aging. So yeah, I mean
that'd be nice
you're
on
there.
the sickness side and on like healing side. You know what I mean? Like that
or
would
maybe
be fantastic.
Yeah, or maybe it's one of those things you actually test the limits of human knowledge, and you go until the natural body is supposed to expire, whatever 100 and whatever that is.
You're just perfect the whole time.
Like yep, and then your body just finally shuts down because it just can't go anymore.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, be the healthiest guy that ever lived.
Yeah, it would be.
I haven't been working on that yet. Maybe this next half of my life, I'll work on that.
Coming in at number 3, teleportation.
Oh, now that is a game changer. You know what? If you could teleport like that Malaysian flight did, and suddenly be in one place and then boom, you're somewhere else. That is such a game changer, dude. Talk about becoming the most efficient person ever. Like efficiency,
unbelievable.
You create a whole brand called efficiency. You know what I mean? And everybody would want to wear your clothing because they'd want to be you. So yeah, I'd take that one. Give me that. Give me that.
I'm a strong lean on it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, instant travel. You can skip flights, commute, security checks, go to concerts. You could. I mean, like,
could you take somebody with you if you were holding them? Could somebody go with you?
Oh, maybe it may take a lot out of you though. You may be very worn out when you get there. You may have to recoup.
I mean, there's so many ways that could be useful.
If you're just bringing somebody with you. Yeah, it would be phenomenal. Think about the sandwiches you could go collect.
Oh, but if you're by yourself and you can't, I guess you take the sandwiches back to if you could. But see, can you take the sandwiches back where you can you teleport with the sandwich in your hand?
I don't know.
Bill and Ted did.
Oh, there we go. Then probably you can.
Bill and Ted did.
Then. Scott Baio, when he would say, "Ziggy, get me out of here,"
and they brought people in the phone booth too. So I mean, if we're living in Bill and Ted's world, then yes,
that's true.
You can bring Abraham Lincoln back with you.
Ziggy, get me out of here. There was a Ziggy the other night at the Halloween party I went to. Somebody came as Ziggy, the old school Ziggy. I thought that was kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah, I started looking and I was like, wait. I keep dropping this chair. Y'all see? Anyway, yeah, he came as Ziggy, dude. I thought that was awesome. I was like, God, I hadn't thought about that guy in a minute.
Some of the cons, it could be disorienting without knowing what's at the destination, which I'm assuming if you know where you're going to go if you teleport ChatGPT, like you've made the decision and I guess you teleport there or you get in the phone booth and you call it, whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to play teleportation potpourri. You know what I mean? Like, no. I'm trying to go into a lion's den.
I'm not interested in that. No. If you're telling me the only way you can teleport is just randomly,
no,
the hell with that. I'm not interested. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
I like you have to see it to go there. I think that's a good compromise. If I can see it, I go there. Like I can boop boop, and I can just keep bopping myself ahead if I need to go somewhere. Or
it'd be fun.
But it would be.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have some kind of limitation because if not, you'd have to have telepathy also because you'd have to know where you were going or some form of that.
Of what was happening there.
To know because if I say I want to go, you'd have to know specific coordinates, but even then, what if that place is on fire or flooded right then?
Yeah, middle of a tornado. Jeff Petrowski's out there chasing a storm.
Yeah, I want to go to Lake
Topeka, Kansas.
I want to go to Lake, yeah. Or me, I wish or me, I'm like, I want to be on Lake Martin right now so I could fish on my old dock where I grew up. Boom, and I get there, it's a tornado or,
that would
crazy,
that would
bulldozer
suck.
or who knows. So I think that being able to see it would be a good one for teleporting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Coming in at number 2, this is definitely one that 100%. I mean, I think this should be number 1.
It's so good.
Flight.
Laser beams for eyeballs.
Dude, flight's the best. I mean,
flight's the best.
Flight.
Oh, yeah. So you could fly. You could soar through the skies and escape the daily grind. You could save money on transportation and travel. That is not what my concern would be. Exactly. You could fly in like Blossy, the one-man posse, coming in his Superman cape. Absolutely looking for people. He could have the laser beams. And we've lost Blasey. We have lost Blasey.
See, what if
he's back? He came back. He flew back in.
Kind of caught a little drift there, a little wind shear.
I mean, I would love to fly. I look at birds all the time, and I'm just like, I bet that's fun.
God, I dream about it all the time. I dream I figured out this little thing where I can kind of jump and kind of hold my breath and kind of go, and I can just kind of really scooch and maybe go like 10 or 20 feet and kind of just grab onto another leg and kind of do it again. I can really float really well in my dreams. You know, it's like a long float flight, and I've really figured it out. It's like just kind of hold your breath and just kind of jump, just kind of.
You fly in your dreams a fairly good amount, don't you?
I fly a lot.
Yeah,
we
talked about that in one of our episodes. Y'all have to go back and check that out. I can't remember which one it is. It's with Boog. I think
it is with Boog. Yeah.
Of course, some cons that you could encounter dangerous weather at high altitudes. Again, if you're flying, I don't think you're worried about the weather. So that's dumb. ChatGPT could attract too much attention. You think? That would do it? I mean, come on.
Land.
And physically tiring. Again, I think if you have these superpowers, you don't run out of steam. You can just, or you know, it's not a video game. You already have a superpower. It's unlimited access.
Yeah. Health meter.
Health meter.
If you have the flu, though, can you just don't go as fast?
Good point.
If you can't heal, you don't have that ability, then probably
you can't fly. You can't fly.
Coming in at number 1, mind control.
Oh,
mind control. You can influence others.
It's powerful if you can control the other person's mind. You know what I mean? You just in the word itself, right? Like that changes everything. You got full control of everything.
Full control of all of it.
Everything.
I mean, so you can
the people.
That's people.
Yeah.
Now, what else? Yeah. Do you mind control animals? What do you do about the robots that are going to take over here?
I think the robots you don't, because that's not a mind.
I don't think you can control them. They don't have a mind.
Somebody's going to have to produce an AI to come against you, to challenge you through a robot that can come get you, and they can, until they can control your mind and make you reprogram him.
That's exactly right. I mean, and that's what the Terminator's basically all about, in a sense.
But if you could control the mind of a herd of rhinoceroses and get them to attack the robot that ChatGPT sending at us,
that's true.
I mean, yes, because you could talk to the animals. You'd just be like, what was his name? I think it was another Jim Carrey movie where you can call all the animals up. You just get all the animals to come help you out. All the elephants and rhinoceroses and gorillas and crocodiles and everything come help. They could
Bruce
probably
Almighty.
take.
Bruce Almighty.
They might Bruce Almighty. That's what I thought, but I messed. I didn't want to say. But they could probably give the robots a fair fight. And
they
us
really
too,
could.
because we're just so little, but we could help. We would throw rocks and like try to cut the robots' supply lines off if we could.
Yeah, we really would. You could have one of these superpowers. Which one would it be? JR.
That mind control is a tough one to pass up. I mean, you know what I mean? It's number one for a reason. That's a tough one. I think a fun, safe one, like Blasey had mentioned earlier, is probably going to be his, is super speed. I think that would be a good, fun one. Teleportation would be great. That's tough. Shapeshifting. I mean, this is tough, guys.
It is tough.
Healing factor is a second close to mind control, and healing factor only with some kind of clarification on what it really entails. Am I going to be healthy or am I going to live forever? So, but I would have to go with the list for the first time ever. I'm going with the machine and saying mind control.
You don't disagree with the list. All right. For me, it would be flight. I want to fly. I mean, there's several that I would like to do. Time travel would probably be number 2, just because of what all you could accomplish for yourself if you did time travel. But flight would just be fun. I'd just like to be able to fly.
It would be great to fly around. Wake up this morning. What are you going to do today? I think I'm going to go for a flight. Well, for me,
what do you think,
dude? For me, I keep it really simple. I think it's being able to teleport. Like it's just, dude, that's just a game changer, and it's safe. You know what I mean? I get to pick and choose where I'm going. So it's teleportation.
Yeah,
I'm just taking
there
one.
You go.
Answer.
Yeah,
there you go. I think that's a great answer. That's a great answer. Well, this was fun.
Great show. That was fun. That was awesome. That was cool.
Yeah. We're going to be doing more of these. So you guys out there watching this, you're watching this on Right Now TV. shoot us. Go to, like I said, go to tigsbits.com. Find us on our socials.
What's that phone number again? What's that phone number where they can call?
Yeah, that phone number. Give us a call, 225-800-3058. Give us a shout. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about this episode. And if you're watching this on Right Now TV out there, give us a call. Let us know where you're at. We love hearing from everybody all across the country. We're in over 30 markets all across the country. Yep. So we'd love to hear from y'all. And
absolutely, we would.
Till then, boys.